Hello, it's me, Chandler Klebs, and this video is a very serious video. This is an important video that I have been considering for about 2 months, whether or not I should do this. And here's the thing. I've revealed a lot of public details about myself on this YouTube channel, and I'm probably going to regret this, but the thing is, people, they already have issues with me because I'm vegan, because I'm anti-abortion, because I'm an atheist, So, is it really going to hurt anything if people happen to find out one more thing about me? Okay, so people make assumptions about people. People make statements about people that are not true. And, while, first of all, I or nobody else owes anybody anything. If you don't want to tell people your views on religion, politics, your sexual orientation, any of those things, you don't have to. And so I know that I don't have to do this video, but I really feel like I need to do this. And I've actually watched a lot of other people's videos. Their coming out videos. Whether it's, coming out gay or asexual or bisexual or whatever it is that people come out as, And see, this is serious because, see, here's the thing is, I am not straight, okay? And this is something that is something I've tried to explain in many of my videos. I've explained to people that I'm asexual. However, people misinterpret that. People make assumptions. Their comments about their statements about me and their questions about me, I find rude and offensive, and I know that people, they don't mean these things as offensive. They really, really don't mean to be offensive, okay? But here's the thing. So I was sharing something very personal with a friend. I won't say who, because this video is not about them and this video is not about me. But this is about, it is about me a little bit, because I am talking about something about myself, but there was a sentence in this one email I got from this person, and they'll know who they are. And this is just to clarify some things, not only to them, although I did talk to them about this already. But this is more of a video to send to the next person who accuses me of being a heterosexual. Now, if you are a heterosexual, that's okay. I know you don't choose your sexual orientation. And all that, and most people are, and it scares me, but here's the thing. So this person said to me, I have my iPhone here, "You're just a sensitive, non-masculine, flamboyant, heterosexual male." Okay, so that's all I'm going to say is that part there. Now, most of this was right on. Yes, I'm sensitive, in case you can't tell, because here I am getting offended over the assumptions people make out of me. So yes, I am very sensitive. Non-masculine. Thank you. I am not masculine, and I'm proud of that. Thanks for noticing. Okay, so flamboyant. I'm not sure what that word means. Let's see if I can define this word. Okay, so yeah, there's copy select and there's define. Let's see what flamboyant means, because I actually don't know. I need to know what this word means. Okay, of a person or their behavior tending to attract attention because of their exuberance, confidence, and stylishness. Okay, confidence. I don't know if I would call myself confident. Although maybe I am considering that I'm not afraid to make things public on my YouTube channel. And I know that the people I know can see my public YouTube videos. And I know that, my online friends, and I know that even the people, my coworkers, can see my videos if they want to, although most are not interested enough, so I'm lucky there. Most probably aren't aware I have a YouTube channel. But anyway, so yeah, maybe I am confident. Maybe I am flamboyant. It's stylishness. I like to think I'm stylish. Okay, so yeah, I'm flamboyant, and okay, now, but it's when we get to the heterosexual part that's not quite right. And, okay, so I'm not a heterosexual. Now, and I'm going to explain this. Now, first of all, I'm going to explain how I found out that I am asexual. Now, it's something that I figured out. Now, I didn't know what the word for it was until sometime in my 20s when I discovered that asexuality was a thing. And I was thrilled to be able to find a word that described me. And see, people, unfortunately, the word asexual has become corrupted. As any term becomes corrupted. Like when you have people who call themselves vegan but are still eating dairy or still eating honey. They are not vegan. Excuse me, people, but words mean something. Listen, okay, for example, people who go to church and believe in God and pray to God about their problems, for example, are not atheists, okay? And people who claim to believe the whole Bible is the inspired word of God, but then do things that contradict the Bible, they're not going through beliefs. People are hypocrites, and unfortunately, because humans can't agree on anything, they can't even agree on the proper definition of words. But okay, when I started calling myself asexual years ago, it meant more than one thing. Yes, by the definition of lacking sexual attraction, yes, that is true of me, but it is also true that I am literally not having sex. And I know that asexuality and celibacy are not the same thing, and people have gotten pissed off at me for equating the two in the past, and I know that they don't always mean the same thing, but for me personally, they do. Because I believe that a term, especially terms involved in sexual orientation, have to mean something. And it should be based on what a person does personally. Because when people call themselves asexual, but then go around having sex with everybody, now, technically, I'm not calling them a liar because, yes, they could be asexual by the definition of lacking sexual attraction, but then have sex for other reasons. However, it's just it muddies the waters, and I feel it's very inconsiderate to use the term asexual to apply to yourself like that. And others will disagree. I'm not going to debate that. I don't have time. I have a busy life, okay? But anyway, and here's the thing but when people hear the word heterosexual, they think of a person who will have a sexual intercourse with the person of the opposite gender. When they hear the word homosexual, they think of a person who is doing some kind of sexual thing with someone of the same gender. And you know that the reason that Christians are so against homosexuality, and this is something, look, I came from a background of Christianity. See, the Bible condemns a man lying with a man as with a woman. Yes, the Leviticus does condemn homosexuality as an abomination. But in that verse, you can tell it's referring to an act. Men who are simply, who may have a desire to do that act, but are not doing that, or men who simply fall in love with other men, they are not doing that act, but they call themselves a homosexual, and this is what confuses people, because I do believe that terms that are about what you do, that are a verb, they should reflect what you actually do. Or if they're about belief, like atheism, Christianity, Muslim, Jew, whatever, these words that define something you believe, they should define what you believe. And I do think that for the most part we should go by definitions, although I think that some definitions in the dictionary are actually wrong. Like, I really think that the word murder is wrong, but I have to do a whole nother video on that subject, because it's just that it's defined as a murder of a human by a human, but I define murder, I call killing the other animals murder as well. I do. So I don't stick to the dictionary definition of murder, but I do with other things. Anyway, I didn't mean to get sidetracked on that, but I'm just trying to say that words need to mean something. And same, I am not a heterosexual. The reason I say I am not a heterosexual is because I am not interested in having sex with women, and I never actually was. And I had many experiences. I had many experiences growing up that showed me that I was different. Looking back on it now, I realized that I was different. When I was a child, when I was a teenager, when I was a young adult, I was not doing the same things as other people. Other people were dating and having sex with people. But no, I was actually living a very different life, being homeschooled by my Christian mother and being taught Christianity. I didn't know anything about gay people or trans people or asexual people. I didn't know any of the LGBTQIA stuff. I didn't know any of that, okay? I had to learn everything from the internet in my late 20s, okay? So that's just it, where I came from. I didn't know anything about this. Heterosexuality, although I had never heard the word heterosexual, I had never heard of that. I didn't hear about that word until long after I got into learning about homosexuals. I didn't learn the word heterosexual. But I knew I was not that. And, okay, so I am not that, and I have many experiences in my life that show me that I am not. And I don't know if it's even necessary to go into those details. And that would just make this video long, and I don't want to reveal all these embarrassing details. I really don't, because this video is a serious video. But I'm also not a homosexual, okay? Although it would be fitting, it would fit me better if I was gay. Like, if I literally was gay, that would fit me better, because I do realize that my stereotypical behavior, such as liking My Little Pony or liking the video games that I do and the cartoons I do and the stuff I do, I mean, yes, I mean, there's a stereotype of what people think being gay is. I even had somebody, who kind of, well, never, I'm not going to get into that, but basically somebody, it was kind of like telling me not to dance the way I did. And now that I understand what she was saying, I get it now. People would think I was gay if I danced that way. And you have so many men who are trying to act like they're not gay, okay? And yeah, men, especially under peer pressure, trying to be cool with their friends, try to put on an act of being ultra masculine and playing sports and dating hot girls. They do this, especially in high school. Luckily, I missed high school. I'm glad I was homeschooled. I wouldn't have wanted to go through sex ed or be bullied in high school like I was in elementary school, okay? So I'm glad I missed that. But I know I've seen enough and heard enough to know that this is what other men do. They put on a front of being, masculine and trying to act as far away from the stereotype of being considered homosexual by people. They don't want people to think they're gay. And that's the thing is, see, oh, okay, in truth, I don't want people to think I'm gay either. But the way I feel about it is that I would rather them think that than think I'm straight, because it would be a little bit more accurate with my personality and behavior. But it would not be true, because no, I am also not interested in doing anything considered sexual with men. Okay, I'm not. So I'm not gay. I'm pretty close, but I'm not gay. But even more than that, I'm not straight. And the experiences that I've had in my life, especially the experiences I have had with women and the way I feel about them, has indicated to me that no, I am not a heterosexual. In fact, there was somebody who said, "You're not interested in me sexually. I would know it if you were." And she's right. And when she said that to me, I thought, how can you tell? But you know something? I think people can tell it. And you know, I think women can feel. I really think that maybe some women, like, they can feel when a man has sexual interest in them. I think they can really feel it. I think there is such a thing as a masculine or a heterosexual energy. I think there is. I think people can feel not only sexual attraction, but they can feel when somebody's sexually attracted to them. I really think they can. And she could tell just by the way I acted or the way I looked at her that no, I wasn't interested in her sexually. And she was right. And oh man, there's so many other experiences with women that have revealed to me that no, I am not a heterosexual. I used to think I was, because I was a Christian, and I thought, well, I must be. That's the way God makes men. And I also was confused because I thought that liking the way women looked was synonymous with being, you know, it was the same as being sexually attracted. But no, liking the way somebody looks doesn't make somebody sexually attracted. That I think they call that aesthetic attraction, appreciation of beauty. You know, someone can look good, but see, here's the deal. If I were to take the fact that I think some women look good, then I would have to think I was bisexual, because you know what? To tell you the truth, some men look better to me than some women. You know, and so people of both genders may seem beautiful or ugly to me by my own personal preference, my own standards of what I think is considered beautiful or not. But of course, I don't tell people if they're ugly, and I usually don't tell people if they're beautiful unless there's somebody that I know well, because I don't want them to, if I tell a woman she's beautiful, I don't want her to think that I'm hitting on her. I don't want her to think that I'm flirting with her, or I don't want her to think that I'm heterosexual. So that's why I refrain from doing that, because I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea. And people do get the wrong ideas. And see, here's the thing. I'm recording this video not because I enjoy getting the rude comments and questions on my videos. In fact, I can disable comments if I do have trouble. I can make this video unlisted or private if I need to, if I start having trouble. But this video is one that I very deeply felt that I wanted to record, because if I say the truth first, then when somebody else says something about me, then I've already told the truth first, and then people will see that what they're saying is wrong. And to me, while people will still believe false things about me, and I know this won't fix everything, I think it's very important to let people know about me so that people don't just start imagining all these things. I don't like people amusing themselves by guessing at my sexual orientation, okay? And there's another problem that happens with asexuals. People ask them, like, like I've had people ask me if I masturbate. I've asked people I had a person ask me if I got an erection at Kim Kardashian, and I'm like, who's Kim Kardashian? And so I Google image Kim Kardashian, and no, I did not get an erection. So in case I answered that person's question, okay. So anyway, this video has gotten way too embarrassing, way too personal. But I wanted to set the record straight that I'm not straight, and I want to end this video, but I'm just wondering if there's any... Oh yes, there is something very important I wanted to add to this. Now, okay, so I've since learned that being asexual is not necessarily, like, it doesn't exclude the possibility of romantic attraction. And romantic attraction, that's something I'm still trying to grasp my head around. I'm really trying to grasp my head around the idea of being romantically attracted to people. It's possible I'm aromantic, but at the same time I don't know, because, you know, sometimes I have feelings about people that might be romantic, but how do I know? And see, when it comes to feelings, I find that feelings are a very difficult thing, because you can't scientifically, objectively prove that a person is you know, heteroromantic or homoromantic or aromantic or bi or panromantic or whatever romantic. But the romantic orientation and the sexual orientations are not quite the same thing. But I have feelings that that maybe that's romantic orientation. I don't know, because that's in the realm of feeling, and when it's in the realm of feeling, it's much harder for me to weigh that. But for me, I do think it is objectively provable who is a heterosexual and who is a homosexual. Although, you know, it's not something you should concern yourself with. You know, mind your own business. You know, but people, they see that, yes, I look like a man, so of course they assume that I like girls, and they assume I'm a heterosexual, and, you know, people will think what they like, and I know that, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's just an example of how people make assumptions, and I don't want people assuming I'm a heterosexual, and I don't want people assuming that I'm homosexual either. I would rather they hear it straight from the horse's mouth.